A family of 4 vanished in the middle of making dinner and turned up 4 years later, buried in the desert. February 4, 2010. Fallbrook, California. Joseph McStay, his wife Summer, and their 2 sons, Gianni, age 4, and Joseph Jr., age 3, simply ceased to exist. No signs of struggle, no note, no goodbye. 2 bowls of popcorn sat half-eaten in front of the TV. Raw eggs waited on the kitchen counter, as if someone had stepped away for just a moment. Their 2 dogs paced the backyard, unfed, confused. For 376 days, this was one of America's most baffling missing persons cases. Police believed the family had voluntarily walked into Mexico and disappeared on purpose. They were wrong, because the McStays never left California, and the person who knew exactly where they were had been talking to investigators the entire time. The McStays were, by every account, living the dream. Joseph, 40 years old, ran a successful business called Earth-Inspired Products, designing custom indoor waterfalls for hotels and wealthy clients. Summer, 43, was a devoted stay-at-home mom renovating their newly purchased home in Fallbrook, a quiet avocado farming town in San Diego County. They'd moved in just 3 months earlier. On the afternoon of February 4th, Joseph drove to Rancho Cucamonga for a business lunch, then came home. At 8:28 p.m., he made one final phone call to his business associate, Charles Chase Merritt. Merritt didn't pick up. He would later claim he was tired and let it ring. That call was the last signal the McStay family ever sent to the outside world. Remember that name, Chase Merritt, and remember that missed call, because everything that follows hinges on those 30 seconds of silence. 11 days would pass before anyone even realized the family was gone. Joseph's brother Michael grew worried after days of unanswered calls. On February 13th, he drove to the house, climbed through a window, and found a home frozen in time, but no family. 2 days later, police made their first strange discovery. The McStay's white Isuzu Trooper, abandoned in a strip mall parking lot in San Isidro, just steps from the Mexican border. It had been sitting there since February 8th. Then came the footage. Grainy border surveillance video showed a family of 4, a man, a woman, and 2 small children, walking on foot into Mexico on the evening of February 8th. Investigators found searches on the family computer made January 28th, asking what documents children needed to travel to Mexico. The conclusion seemed obvious. In 2013, San Diego authorities officially closed the case, declaring the McStays had left voluntarily. Case closed. Family in Mexico. Except Summer's purse was still in the house. The children's piggy banks were untouched. And Joseph had left $100,000 sitting in his bank account. Who walks away from their entire life and takes nothing? For 3 years, the family lived on only as a mystery. Sightings poured in from Mexico. A family of 4 spotted in a Merida hotel, another in a border town cantina. None checked out. Joseph's mother refused to believe her son would abandon his business, his mother, his dogs. Then on November 11th, 2013, everything changed. A motorcyclist riding off-road through the Mojave Desert near Victorville, 100 miles north of Fallbrook, in the opposite direction of Mexico, spotted something pale protruding from the sand. Bones, small ones. Investigators descended on the site and uncovered 2 shallow graves. Inside them, 4 sets of skeletal remains. Dental records confirmed what no one wanted to hear. Joseph, Summer, Johnny, Joseph Jr. The McStays had never gone to Mexico. They'd been in the desert the entire time, less than 2 hours from home. And buried alongside the bodies, investigators found something else. An object that would crack the case wide open, a rusted 3-pound sledgehammer. Autopsies revealed the family died of blunt force trauma. Summer had been struck in the skull multiple times. The children, 3 and 4 years old, had also been beaten to death. This was not a random attack. This was rage or ruthlessness or both. Investigators went back to the beginning. Who saw Joseph last? Chase Merritt, the business partner, the man who didn't answer that final 8:28 p.m. phone call. Merritt was a welder who built Joseph's custom waterfalls and a chronic gambler drowning in debt. Detectives found casino records showing Merritt gambling heavily in the days immediately after the family vanished. Then came the money trail. In the week following the disappearance, someone logged into Joseph's QuickBooks account and issued checks to Chase Merritt totaling over $21,000. Checks backdated to February 4th, the very day the family disappeared. Then that account's entire history was deleted. But the most damning evidence didn't come from a bank. It came from a cell tower, standing in the middle of the Mojave Desert. Here's the twist that turned suspicion into certainty. On February 6, 2010, 2 days after the family vanished, and 2 days before their truck appeared at the Mexican border, Chase Merritt's cell phone pinged a tower near Victorville, near the exact patch of desert where the graves would be found 4 years later. When his phone records were pulled, investigators noticed something else. Merritt had deleted his call history from the critical days. And in a television interview about his missing friend, Merritt made a chilling slip. He referred to Joseph in the past tense, before anyone knew the family was dead. Prosecutors built their theory. Merritt, desperate over money Joseph was cutting him out of, bludgeoned the entire family inside their own home on the night of February 4th, drove their bodies 100 miles into the desert, buried them with the murder weapon, then staged the border escape, planting the truck in San Isidro. That grainy footage of a family walking into Mexico, it was never the McStays at all. On November 5, 2014, Chase Merritt was arrested for 4 counts of murder. His response: "I am definitely the last person Joseph saw." The trial began in January 2019 and stretched nearly 6 months. Merritt, representing parts of his own defense, insisted he was framed, pointing fingers at another associate, at investigators, at anyone but himself. But the jury heard about the backdated checks, the deleted records, the gambling sprees, the cell phone in the desert. On June 10, 2019, Charles Chase Merritt was found guilty of 4 counts of first-degree murder. In January 2020, a judge sentenced him to death, twice for the children, life without parole for Joseph and Summer. The judge called the murders cold and callous. Yet questions still linger. The graves were never forensically tied to Merritt's tools. No blood was ever conclusively matched in his truck. Merritt maintains his innocence from death row to this day, and some armchair detectives believe the real story is still untold. Joseph trusted Chase Merritt with his business, his money, and his final phone call. Was that trust the thing that killed him? Or did the wrong man take the fall? Drop your theory in the comments. And if you want more cases like this, you know what to do. If you thought this was unsettling, wait until you hear what happened under eerily similar circumstances in almost the exact same circumstances. That video is waiting for you right now. Subscribe and hit that bell. A new mystery drops every single day.